I'm scared. I'm scared. No! Sharing my opinion online, and this time I thought it through. My ass forgot to press record on the mic, so bear with. TV intros aren't the same anymore. They're rubbish. All this video is just my opinion. Lifeless. I have counter arguments for all of my points, but for the purpose of this video essay, just go with what I'm saying. Dull. This is literally just for fun, so please don't hate me. I know it might sound like a small thing, but my theory is that the lack of investment in TV shows reflect the rapid decline of the predetermined dead media that is TV. I know what you're thinking. TV's not dead. It's the best it's ever been in a lot of ways, and that's true. Stunning cinematic moments, better production quality, and a lot of famous people. Beside the increase of inaccessibility that this new formula creates for creatives, TV isn't TV-like anymore, okay? Hear me out. With streaming being the overwhelming crux for media executives to earn the most revenue, TV is quickly following the same format for profit that the film industry does. Get the biggest budget, grab a star-studded cast, and while you're at it, make the episode as long as a film too. 1 hour an episode used to be a rarer thing, but now you've got season finales racking up to 2 hours plus. And Stranger Things, I love you, I defend you, but is this a joke? This idea that you're transcending the means of television is great. I'm all for that creative expression. But the consumer experience of sitting and watching for that long of a time ruins the purpose of TV as an accessible form of media. You used to be able to get home from work, make tea, put in an episode of your favorite show for half an hour or so, and then get on with something more productive. But no, they want you glued to the screen for as much time as possible because they're paid via watch time analytics. I don't believe that shows made today are worse because of this, but I do believe it is hammering just one more nail into the TV coffin. Okay, now to get to the point, I'm focusing on TV intros because I notice when I watch shows for nostalgia, I am in love with the TV intros. They have a lasting impression on fans for their unforgettable and distinct opening to your show. They come in many genres, and I've noted down a few quickly just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. You've got the classic, "Oh hey." These are glimpses of your characters and the themes establishing themselves and inviting you in. Examples of this would be like Gilmore Girls, The Office US, Skins, MASH, Seinfeld. Seinfeld is a very unique example where Jerry Seinfeld does a specific form of comic stand-up before each one of his episodes, but it has that very iconic tune that we all know and can remember. An extension of this is the breaking of the fourth wall, where you see actors admitting they're actors playing the characters you're about to see. This is super common in sitcoms given their playful nature, with shows like Friends, That 70s Show, Full House, and Modern Family. It's a very American, cheesy thing. Next up, you have one of personal favorites of mine, which is the catch-up. This is the TV show intro that fills you in on the show's concept each time. Examples of this are like Arrested Development, Life on Mars, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Porridge, and also Shameless US. No, UK. You've got the animated TV intros. This is obviously for shows that are not animated themselves, just the intro is. I think it'd be pretty crazy if I was animated shows. Examples of these animated TV intros are The Mighty Boosh, Twilight Zone, On the Buses, Doctor Who, The In-Betweeners, Dad's Army. Guess some British people love animating their TV show intros. I don't know why that would be. Maybe because I don't think there's a reason. Then you've got the no intro / just the title card TV intro. These are super common, especially now, and they're cool, but they're kind of sad. Where's my TV show intro? I like TV show intros. Examples of this are like The Summer I Turned Pretty, The Chair Company, Emily in Paris, but also a lot of 2000s Brit comedies like Gavin and Stacey and Outnumbered did this too. Interestingly, an example I would say also is One Piece. The original One Piece obviously did have its own intro that was really, really exciting. And I heard that when One Piece was done by Netflix, that fans were upset that there wasn't a TV show intro and that it was just the credits. Even though the credits title card is like different every episode, which is pretty cool. People were sad that there was no actual TV show intro. My final example is the slow intro. These are the ones on trial for me and for the purpose of this video, almost as much as the ones that have given up having one at all, but the slow intros especially piss me off. Examples of this would be like White Lotus, Bridgerton, The Crown, House of the Dragon, The Last of Us, The Umbrella Academy. YouTube channel Onwards and Upwards did a really cool video on this concept. It was titled Why TV Show Openings Suck Now. Unmemorable is a really key word. Boring, unmemorable, slow. Surely these aren't the ways you want your TV show opening credits to be described. Even if you replace one of those words with like dramatic, cinematic, I'm not going to be singing along to it. I'm not going to be having a good time. Granted, I'm not supposed to be having a good time while watching like House of the Dragon, I imagine. I have not seen it. But joy, something exciting. The best feeling to get from TV show intros is where you don't want to skip them or fast forward them because they represent your show, the show that you love. They have a fun theme song I can reminisce with, even if it's like not the funnest show, like the most joyous show. It's fun to reminisce with a little song or some visuals. A classic visual or sound just stays with you and it's really sentimental. If I play the Office US theme to my partner Ellie, we will both freak out. We will both have a personal reaction as that show was really important in the starts of our relationship. Cringe, but like it just was. Don't look, do you see my phone? Yeah, authentic reaction. That's evidence, bitch.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay, bye. But I also came to realize a huge difference between TV intros of today and the ones from pre-streaming TV. And I saw it as the perfect analogy for how TV producers have given up creating content that is for TV and its conventions. They're just doing whatever makes them the most money or is the most like showy, the most award show buzz. And that pisses me off. The consumer experience becomes an afterthought. I have a few points for my theory that TV intros aren't what they used to be. Here they are. 1. They don't intro the show anymore, man. Although some impressive visuals can set the tone of a TV show, it's all very vague. The audience aren't able to understand the show until they dedicate their time to it. A lot of time to it, which contributes to the producer's watch time analytics going right up. Just saying. You often don't actually get to see the cast in the intros anymore, just their names. And a lot more of producers and executives' names are also included in TV show intros, which doesn't tell you much about the show unless you're clued up on all your industry professionals. I'll talk about that kind of attitude in my next point. This can create intrigue, like take Stranger Things. That iconic font with no other clues introduces the retro theme, mystery element, and allows the title card to speak for itself. But at the time of season 1, these names, apart from Winona Ryder, were unknown. So slow pace is skippable, objectively. I'm sorry, Duffer Brothers. Intro the show, man. Intro the show in your intro. I don't feel like I need to over-explain this point. This show shows me that the vibes and the song choice described as the creators as comedy in a minor key, which I think is just genius. Combining these clips, you get the who, the what, the where, the why, and the how. That's an introduction, by definition. I get it's about how TV is consumed now and that shows like MASH needed this kind of specific introduction to get people tuning back in every week for 11 years. And Stranger Things has the binge watchers on their side, which is a very heavy crutch. Not saying anything. Number 2, pretentiousness. With these bigger budgets behind them and notable names of producers, directors, and cast, is it any wonder that TV shows feel a little bit more pretentious now? I will see billboard after billboard of Hollywood grade advertisement for a TV show I can only access on Apple TV. Doesn't that feel a little bit strange? That is a not so accessible platform that has the ability to spend thousands on its advertising because it's Apple. And this kind of activity is followed by a TV intro that, although beautifully cinematic and perfectly visual with the most expensive graphics and scores behind it, it doesn't seem authentic to what TV really is. Now, this isn't an art history lesson by any means, but kind of by its definition, TV show falls into the definition of commercial art, which is art we make with the purpose of marketing, advertising, selling, or promoting. It's not some highbrow form of content exclusive to only people with an eye for cinematography. So stop acting like it. Slight tangent, but can I just say that for me, a lot of these mega big stars having their own TV shows popping up all of a sudden all the time feels a little bit strange. The logic of a talented actor getting their own TV show makes perfect sense, and the content can be magnificent, but I believe we're not reaching the same sort of connection when a TV show title pulls you in because of its names, not because of the content it's promising. It's kind of like the TV show intro is telling you from the start that the lens of success it's looking through is the notoriety of the names involved rather than the introduction of what you're about to see. Also think some charm is lost there too. Like, for example, take Matt Smith. He has a new TV show, he's the star of it, it's on Now TV, required add-on with purchase for God's sake. You sort of know it's going to be a one and done because that's Matt Smith. He's got millions of other impressive projects to be working on, right? And then you compare that to Matt Smith when he got Doctor Who, right? The exciting intrigue of a new budding talent was just like beaming from the screen and beaming from the intro itself with the iconic like sounds. I don't know what instrument that is, but that and like the pull and like Matt Smith, who's Matt Smith? I want to know. So exciting, so cool. A video I also saw when I was researching for this video essay was actually in defense of TV show intros now and how they've gotten better, so I thought that was really interesting to talk about. It was by Wired and it was titled The Opening Credits: How TV's Title Sequences Grew Up. At the end of this essay, Wired makes a comparison between how TV show intros have become a lot like the legacy of music videos, stating that they were once just adverts and are now an art form of their own. I found this to be an interesting comparison because take music videos. As of the 1st of January 2026, MTV cancelled most of its live music TV channels, right? So to me, this comparison kind of rings true of my point of pretentiousness. Because like music TV, MTV, why would we have music videos on there? That's crazy. Why don't you have them on their own dedicated, privately distributed, and privately profitable platform, like your own YouTube channel or something like that? That way, they can be distributed like real art. In the same way, TV doesn't look or act like TV anymore, so it's not on TV. It's on iPhone, where it belongs. Much classier if you ask me. Quick side note, there are plenty of TV shows I absolutely love with like basic intros like this, but oftentimes the case for them is that they just didn't have the budget to make a full-on TV show intro, so they just were working with what they got. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. Point 3, the impact these intros have in terms of their longevity and nostalgia. Okay, so it may have become clear that I love pop culture. The so-called lowbrow, basic, and most criticized pop culture. This is because I cannot understand why, if we are as a society in mainstream agreement about a topic, why we wouldn't study that within an inch of its life. It's so fascinating to see what society is drawn to from an objective point of view. If you don't like it yourself, it's still really interesting. And this is basically why I can recognize that Hans Zimmer's score of The Crown is amazing and perfect and a great introduction to the show. But I prefer to listen to the Seinfeld one. Mass consumption for one form of media, also known as monoculture. Side note, YouTuber Paul Platt did a really great video essay on this titled The Best Part of Pop Culture Is Gone Forever, where he talks about the death of monoculture and he goes a bit into TV shows into this, so I recommend that one highly. Monoculture enthusiasm is what creates iconic moments. TV theme songs and the visuals that follow with it are a great example. If you've watched The Office US, Fresh Prince, MASH, EastEnders, Dad's Army, Doctor Who, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly how you feel when you hear those theme tunes. You can hear them without me playing them. Like this photo is loud. And if you're British, this photo is loud. I see that as a great success, a TV show that has managed to contribute itself to monoculture, generating recognition and memorable content for the masses. Because TV is, like I said before, a commercial art at the end of the day. It's just fun, and that's a huge score. I hate this jumping through hoops of hipster smoke from the Tumblr days of like, oh, you're getting a genuine joy and connection from something that millions of people get a genuine joy and connection from? Okay, basic. And you like can't help yourself talking about mainstream things either. You just disguise it under criticism so you seem more intelligent. Hot take. Have you ever considered letting things have their flaws and enjoying them anyway? If a TV intro is corny, embrace it. If it features an annoyingly catchy song, sing along. Be free. It's okay. All I'm saying is that when I'm 75 and I'm like posted up in a coma, the Gilmore Girls theme tune is going to play and I'm going to be getting up and giving it all like Grandpa Joe. I don't care how good White Lotus is. It's not going to make me Grandpa Joe. So yeah, that's all. I'm sure I could say a lot more and iron my points out more and be way better at making a concise video, but this was my first try. This was my first attempt. So thanks for watching and Happy New Year. Let me know what you think in the comments. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Hope this was alright.